Good evening. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Thank you for being here this evening. We have a nice crowd on Rumble, on YouTube, on X, BitChute. Did I say all that? Yeah, we're back on YouTube. Isn't that great? So I'm happy about that. We got some nice people on here. Thank you very much. So I will be switching back and forth so I can keep an eye on the listing of people. I'm just looking. Oh, here it is. Just looking for my allergy pill. I don't think about it until I go to talk, and then I'm like, my nose is running. So, welcome to In the Psychic Flow. I am your host, Carolan Carey. I got a love donation today from Maureen. That's very nice. Thank you so much. If you'd like to contribute to the show, you can do so on YouTube and on Rumble. And you can also do that on my Venmo, which is Carolan-Carey, Carolan-Carey. And my website is carolancarey.com. Let's see what else. So thank you, Maureen. That was very sweet of you. Thank you. So Maureen will go first this evening. And let's see, who else do we have on here? Maureen, we got Jill and Roy, Pat, on that's on Rumble. And let's see who else we have. Wow. This example. Robert. Pooja, hello. Richard Riddle. Pooja, we got, yep. And Robert Myers. Did I say that already? Yes. Okay. So we have a few people there. That's great. I think I'm going to break to be in the dark. Well, it's as bright as it gets. How come? Oh, I know why. One of my lights is out. So, how's everybody been? I have a nice prayer for us for peace. There we go. That's why it was so dark. There. Okay, I turned this down a little bit. Yeah, whoops. I hope I didn't knock myself off again. Okay. Excuse me. Let me see where my prayer is for this evening. Looks like we're actually maybe our prayers are helping. Check my allergy pill. Either for your welfare, my welfare, or for global compassion, and that's global peace. Prayer for world peace. Prayer for compassion. Here we go. And is the website CONNETS connects. It is right and proper that those with hot tempers be cooled, Lord. Such is the case with many world leaders whose nations sit at the brink of war. For fear of escalating tensions, I ask you send your spirit of peace and compassion to facilitate the cooling of hostilities. Let love and forgiveness reign in the hearts of all, that the spirit of hate and strife would find no foothold in the world through Christ our Lord. Amen. So there you go. Put that down. Great. So thank you for joining me for that. We're on every audio platform. And I was wondering if we have let's see my calendar here. I'm trying to decide when is the next spiritual message circle. Excuse me. I hope my allergy pill kicks in soon. What was I going to say? We are on every audio platform. So if you are listening instead of watching, that's great. We will keep you apprised of any comments that we get, validations, and questions so that you feel like you are part of the show. Okay. So tonight, I think we're going to pull a few cards and do a little psychic readings We don't know who's going to show up. We might have some loved ones come in. We never know. So we will see. Okay. So let me start with Maureen. Hi, Maureen. How's retirement, girl? Maureen. New adventures. Let me pull you a card. Have courage. Okay. This is for you, Maureen. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. And this is from Soul Helpers Oracle here. Just kind of a pretty cover. And this is your card, Maureen. Hope that you can see that. I can't see past it, but that's your card. And so, have courage, awaken the warrior of light within you. Why do you need courage? Well, it takes a lot to start over somewhere else. I can tell you that from experience. I've done that more than once. And I think if you make a slight effort, like go to someplace new, everything will be new. Go to someplace interesting. You're kind of sorting things out, like what's of interest, what you want to get back to. Maybe you want to go see again. Maybe you're seeing for the first time. If you show the interest, the opportunities will be there for you, and you'll find the right things. I see a group, something about a group. So I don't know if it's a dinner club, a singles group. Like we have that here in Sarasota, which I've been neglected for a long time. I have to start going back. Group, they do all kinds of things. They'll go kayaking, or they'll go to a museum, or they'll go out to dinner, usually out to dinner. And you make a few friends, and you have someone like to hang around with and go out and do things, So that's kind of nice. So you don't have to feel alone. And FYI, you will not be alone for long. We've talked about that. Let me see if I got anything for Mr. Jacob. He's like, it's about time. Time to enjoy, Mom. It's so funny. He's reminding me, my daughter had said, I expressed concern about her health. She said, what are you worried about? And I said, well, I'm worried about, your health, maybe money, how am I going to pay for this, blah, blah, blah. Things I want to do, and the money, I have to really stage it so that I can do it affordably, and this and that. And she's like, Mom, live in the moment. And I was like, Carrie, that's how I got you, was living in the moment. So, just saying. So she laughed. She thought that was funny. But live in the moment. Let's see. Definitely see something. I also got library. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're going to go do some research there. You're going to volunteer. You're going to attend something. Sometimes there's very good lectures at the library, books, authors, things like that. Also, what did I just discover in Sarasota here? There's like a boomer kind of email that goes out about events that are going on. You can purchase a ticket online. Like we have one I'm looking at is the Candlelight Christmas music special that they're going to have. They have a series of candlelight concerts here in Sarasota at a local church, St. Boniface Church. So that sounds like something up my alley. They also have a Christmas trolley here, which I've been in, which is nice. You don't even have to know anybody to go on that. Everybody's like, some people have their wine and their whatever, their brandy, and not that it gets that cold here, but for us it's cold. So, and you make new friends that way too. So I see doing a little bit of that, and that's where you're going to meet Mr. Wonderful. So good luck to you, Maureen. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. Enjoy. So there you go, Maureen. Thank you for being here with me. All right, so we got Maureen. Let me get back over here. Jill says she loves that necklace. Oh, thank you. The next spiritual message circle is the 18th. Only one this month. So the 18th is what? Is that next week? Yes, that would be next week. Let me see. Next week, next week, next Saturday. So that'll be great. Hope you join us for that. That's a $20 donation. And you get 4 to 5 readings from each of the show hosts that are available that night. So you can buy your you place your donation ahead of time to reserve a spot, or you can wait and join in before 8:20, and you can observe and see if you like what you're seeing. If you want to jump on, you can make your payment then. Always a good time. So I hope you will enjoy us. I hope you will join us that night and enjoy us. So, and we enjoy being with you. Thank you, Jill. Melissa's here. Hi, Melissa. Maureen says thank you so much. And how do I do this? 7:56. That sounds like Richard is next. Hello, Richard. He is... Where is he? He must be on YouTube. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, here we go. Follow your vision. This is for you, Richard. I hope you can see those beautiful wolves. That is you. You're finding a like-minded person to hang with and express ideas and chats, and very artistic, creative individual. Never lose sight of what is really important. So, through the fog of daily living, look for the bright moments. I'm sure you will. It's a beautiful card. So indeed, a companion, partnership, friendship. I see that happening for you. Let's see, Richard. Okay, fall is a very good time for you. And where are you, Oklahoma? I bet you're getting some cooler weather there. If I am you, I am organizing. I think this has something to do with work. Could be home. But I do feel there's an organization team, maybe you're a part of that, reviewing things, asking you for ideas, sort of like a team thing. I think I've seen this for you before, like a team leadership role. You're impressive. You're responsible. You work well with others. You play well with others, Richard. And you're becoming more and more knowledgeable on how to deal with people. Kudos to you. That's something I've never learned, really. But you have those social skills that you can do that. You're very creative in your ideas because you are an actor, a singer, a lot of good things that you're going to bring. You can bring those talents to work. You can act like you're concerned for a customer when you really don't care. I understand that. That's how I would be. Like, really don't care, but I will resolve this. You are creative in ways to get people's attention or get people to understand your perspective. Your job is to kind of make it flow. I do see some changes. I see some input being welcomed by management. I'm wondering if there's a change and shift here. I'm kind of wondering about that. So opportunities will be offered to you. This is a good time of year for you. I'm wondering why I'm getting that. I think the change of season breaks out. I think summer gets kind of boring after a while. And, people are away on vacation, maybe not as busy. But fall is like a renewal of energy here in your profession and in your creative life. So, and friendships as well. So I like that for you, Richard. Thank you for being here. Okay, let me get back on here. I forget which one I'm on. Let's see. Chat. Kavita's here. Let's see where you. Okay, let me just check these comments. And that was Richard. And then I have, oops, I went out of line. I apologize, Robert. I got Richard first. I should have done you. Wonderful. Robert is with us this evening. And let's see, he is Shaman Bob. Let's see what we get for him this evening. Release your inner rebel. You go, Robert. Shaman Bob. Just release your inner rebel. Woo. Be yourself and create your own universe. This is an opportunity to create, to explore things and to create somebody, not be phony, but to unleash some facets of your personality that you haven't been allowed to show or didn't think they were really in there. You're going to start nurturing yourself as well as others. And I think you're going to find it's okay to show the sensitive side or the funny side or I get more like a dry sense of humor with you, Robert. I wonder if that's true. It's going to work out. Financially beneficial to you. And I don't feel like this is forever, but I do feel that taking advantage of opportunities that come within this move in with the family kind of feeling, being part of something. I think sometimes as single people, especially get a little bit older, I know I'm way older than you, but we kind of isolate sometimes. Maybe you just don't have the vum we used to have. Sometimes I just relish my quiet. Just want to be away. Sometimes it's exhausting. That's why one of the reasons I don't do psychic fairs anymore. I find the energy. I don't have to hustle like that anymore, thank God. But and try and accumulate clients. I've had a lot of the same clients for many years, and I always have repeat clients. So it's not like they feel some new people might find I'm a little standoffish, but it's just too much energy at psychic fairs and stuff just wears me out. And a lot of social things too. I'll be like, I'll go home and take a nap. I'll be like, okay, that was fun. But so I feel that for you as well, Robert. It's like too much energy. Sometimes we use up all our energy at work and have nothing left over. But I feel you having the chance and the time to take your time with things and to savor outings and something new. And you are very needed. You may be thinking, I don't know if I want this responsibility, but you're very helpful. And the situation is in turn helpful to you. I hope that makes sense, Robert. Let's see. Let's see. Pooja. Thank you for your patience, Robert. Pooja. Hi, Pooja. How are you? Good to have you with us. I'm doing these first. I don't know why I recognize that. That's too down. Rise above the dark days of life. Sometimes things don't go our way, that's for sure. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. This is sometimes we get our heart set on something, think this is going to work out, but actually there's something better for you. So don't be despondent. I see you looking around, employment opportunities. A couple of things are going to present themselves. You will have choices. It's all for the better. What do I feel? A move? Or we've been talking about this for so long. I thought maybe it happened. New set of circumstances. New set of social people. I think you felt like some people around you are kind of running amok, and that's not where your head is at. So I think you're going to find more like-minded people, more mature, spiritual growth, conversation, opportunities to go out and do things that are a little different, and kind of leaving a lot of boringness behind, okay? Not that your family is boring, I'm not saying that, but sometimes family is like, enough is enough, you know? My daughter, I'm going to see her twice in this week. I'm going down to see her house that was ravished by Hurricane Ian, 2 years ago. It's finally coming together. They're finally moving back in. Her husband was in an RV on the property, and she was upstairs in the apartment. He had one dog. She had 3 dogs in the house, which had air conditioning, was rigged up while construction was on. She has like 4 fosters once again. So she's got a full plate. But she's feeling better. It was good to see her. She's trying new treatment. Thank you, everyone that's prayed for her on her healing journey. She will be up a couple of times a week into Sarasota, at least this week till she gets going. She's starting a new trial treatment. So I saw her better for lunch yesterday, and I'll go down to see her at the house this weekend. So it's nice. But you know, the distance is okay. It's like an hour and a half for me to get there, or an hour and 20. And now that I have a new car, I have no excuse. So I'll be taking the new car out for a joyride and see the new house. And then that's enough, you know, till then they go away for vacation. Then they'll be back Thanksgiving. You know, that's fine. So I see her when I see her, and I'm okay with that. At least we don't have any arguments anyway, right? I feel the same thing with you. I think that you're going to treasure your time without the family so that when you do see them, you enjoy them a little bit more. And you can make your own distance. When it's not on top of you, it's easier to cope. So that's what I say to you. I hope that works for you, Pooja. Got Richard Riddle. Robert. Richard said, Andrew works at Quick Trip, and early next year he has a small part in a movie. 2-day on site for him. It's being directed by the one that did the lowdown. Oh, great. Great. Wonderful, Richard. Robert says, thanks for the message. Selena, how are you, dear? Did Pooja, right? Let me make sure I didn't skip anybody. Pooja. Okay. Selena, I don't know if I've read for you before. Welcome. I don't remember everybody I read for, but if a name sounds unfamiliar to me, I'll be like, must be new. The time of guilt and shame ends now. This is for you. Selena, forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. Ooh, I think that one kind of feels like an arrow to the heart, doesn't it? I feel like there's some kind of regrettable actions from someone, or maybe you have regretted wasting time with someone, or you're reestablishing a new connection. Let's see. I'm wondering if you were single. I kind of get that feeling that you were single. And the time of guilt. Yeah, you could be Catholic, Selena, or Jewish, one of those. Those are the most guilt-ridden spiritualities, right? And Irish. That's it. I suppose every family has guilt, but you really feel it in families like Jewish family. There's always jokes about the mother laying on the Jewish guilt, and in Catholic families, it's guilt, purgatory, you're on a purgatory, blah, blah. You would make a good Catholic because I feel like you feel bad about everything that happened in the past with family or a relationship. You feel responsible. Please let that go, because that is not the case. You're just trained to try to make everything right, and sometimes we can't. But you're going to have some new opportunities. I'm wondering, why do I have a sailor with you? Did you date somebody in the Navy, or do you have someone in the spirit world who was in the Navy? I have a sailor. The word sailor here. I'm wondering if this is new. Why would I be getting that? I also get the word concert. I'm wondering if you're going to a concert, or you just went to one that was highly enjoyable. Does that make sense to you? Let's see. We're planning on it. Lovely. I have a gentleman here in spirit. Maybe that's who I have it. Navy. Sailor. Played cards. Where's my honey? I have to take a swig of my honey sometimes. I have a small spoon here, but I can't find it, so I'll have to. Whoops, there goes my light. As I move things. Let's see. I'll just take a little bit. Sometimes my throat gets dry with this fan on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't get it on the cards, Carolan. There. It's getting an itchy throat. Of course, I haven't dusted in about 100 years here. Let's see. Right, so don't feel guilty. I have this gentleman. I believe I have a gentleman. The spirit here is Navy. Played cards. Checking in on you. So is this a grandfather or something? Let me know if you resonate with that. What is he saying? It's sort of like he's saying to you, he was a card player, so his reference is playing maybe poker or something. And he's saying, relating a story like, you were dealt a lousy hand. I wonder if this is true. But things are going to, you're getting a new hand. It's a new deal. And so that refers to the finance question. You said, do you see my finances improving soon? Yes. I almost also feel a cosmetic industry or something around you. I feel movement, maybe in promotion. So I don't know if you're job hunting or looking for a transfer, but I feel 2026 is much better. Actually, probably the end of November going into 2026. So I hope that makes sense to you, Selena. Thank you for joining the show. Pooja says, I am living with my mom and brother right now, but I am craving my own little space and time, a little distance from the family. Physically, I would like to have. Thank you, Caroline, for the messages. You got it, girl. Amy, hi all. Would you be able to check if my parents have any messages for me? I don't feel them around me right now, and I could use some connection. Amy, welcome to the show. Let me pull a card here. Partnership for the new age. I'm wondering if you're looking for a partner. I'm just pulling this out here. I'm wondering if you are looking for a new partner. This is a partnership for the new age. It's time to welcome it in. I feel that there's a few changes in friends and relations. Let me see if your parents. Let me see what Amy has to say. Okay, I'm getting something strange here. I get Christmas. So I'm wondering if your parents were big in Christmas or they're talking about joyful Christmas time. I also get corn on the cob, growing corn, something about that. What kind of messages do we have? Let me see if I can, let me know if that works for you. I was wondering if mom was handy, like sewing, if this is her, if this is another member of the family, but I see her like either mending or creating something. Feel a very joyful, creative lady. It's almost as if she could make something out of nothing. And I'm wondering if she was crafty or made curtains or something like that. But I feel something that she took great pride and joy in. As far as dad, I'm wondering if he was a pipe smoker. A pipe smoker, man with glasses, reading the paper with smoking a pipe, in an armchair. Wondering if this is your parents or grandparents. Trying to go into the parents level here and see what I get. I also get some fishing and canoe. So let me know if that works with you, if I'm connecting with them. The message that I'm getting for you, I feel as if there's a loneliness here. It's okay. You're going through the normal process. Like sometimes we approach the holidays. We start thinking about our loved ones more than we normally do because we lack the family connection. But I want to let you know that they are around you, pulling for you. I'm seeing you doing hopscotch or hopscotch drawn on the sidewalk. So that's what dog here in spirit. It kind of feels like if it's not a German Shepherd, it might be part. And I feel it's male. So I wonder if you can connect with that, Amy. She says, she said, I think my uncle was in. That was Selena. Said her uncle was in the Navy. Glad to know he's around. Amy says, no, but I'm looking for a new job. No more partners. Yes, handy. And that's my mom for sure. Cigar smoker, Amy says. Okay. Exactly my mom to a T. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. I'm glad I could get her. What is she saying to you? Not looking. She's looking for a new job. It's almost like you go for a job interview, and on the way there, you see something. We're in the same building. There's another company that you've heard of, and you just happen to drop in. This is an incidental finding for you. So your mother is like, listen to your intuition. You may be going to a job interview, maybe driving there and see another place that clicks in your brain. You know, maybe I should see if they're hiring. So when that happens, that's a signal from the universe, from the spirit world. Use your intuition, because the second one may be the one that you would enjoy, not the one that you're going to interview for. So I wonder if that makes sense. I took care of her parents and recently moved to Virginia and a little lonely. That won't stay. It won't stay that way, dear. Partnership for the New Age. I hope I gave you a card. Okay. Thank you, Amy, for joining the show. I hope that message works for you. Let me see if I get anything else on here I didn't get, and then I will flip to the other side. Did I get everybody? Richard Myers. You can see my advance improving. Okay, just checking. Thank you for your patience. Great. Okay, let me get on this side. Live in the chat, we got Maureen. We have Jill and Roy, Pat, Ruth, Kavita, Melissa. Oh, Maureen says, please say a prayer for my son's case. Oh, thank you, Jesus. We're finally getting somewhere, huh? Everyone is saying continuous prayers for me and my daughter. Thank you. God bless all of you. We'll take every prayer and light that you can send us. Maureen says, please say a prayer for my son's case. Okay. Let me hold 1 second here. I am going to look. 1 second. Prayer for justice in court. Almighty and compassionate God, I come to you seeking justice. Be present in the courtroom and in all aspects of this legal process. Let truth prevail over deceit and injustice. Grant wisdom and impartially to the judge, jury, and all who participate in the proceedings. Calm the fears of those who are anxious and guide every heart towards righteousness. May your goodness shine forth, and may justice be served according to your divine standards. Amen. That's for you, Maureen. And I'm sure everyone is sending their prayers for you as well. Thank you. Okay, so let me get back to Jill and Roy are here. Let me see what we got for Jill and Roy. Let's see. I don't like that card. I don't like looking at recognize despair as an opportunity. No, we're not reading that card today. And we're not reading that one either. Don't like them, I don't read them. Oh, this is interesting. No, I don't like that. Ah, you were experiencing, Joe, you're experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. Well, you're going to have plenty of opportunity to do that. And remember, we said that one house bid was going to be low. They're either going to come back or someone else. But they may come back. They were just playing you. But remember, I said that's going to be one of the first ones. So there's more good news coming on that front, okay? You are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Jill, go for it. It's, I don't want, sometimes our change in circumstances helps us. I'm not saying that your lovely home in Florida wasn't good for you. It was, but this is going to be better, a better energy, a change in circumstances, in scenery, in friendships. So I do see you doing that and being very creative. Actually, you would be, if you weren't new to the area, you would be the welcome wagon. You're one of the kind of people that moved into a neighborhood and introduced yourself to everybody. Roy will be, that's too feminine. Nope, not doing that. The Tree of Wishes, Roy, is calling your name. Looks like a little hobbit house here. That's how your house is going to feel. It's going to feel like a little hobbit house. Very cozy, secure, comfortable. No fuss, no muss. Roy would be very happy in that little cave in the tree. The Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. And I feel like that wish is more in nature. There's more nature. Well, let's face it, the heat here can be, a little much. So I think with the difference in climate is going to allow for more outdoor stuff at a more comfortable temperature. And I think Roy's going to be very happy with that. So thank you both for being here tonight. Pat. Oh, and Jill, this was one of my Goodwill finds. That's where this came from. Every once in a while, I pop in there. Usually I have to bring stuff that I forgot to return. So I just take it over there and save my little receipts for my taxes. Let's see. I have Pat here. Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. Let's see what I have here for you. That's my time. Oh, it's good. Pat. To conform is to die. That's your motto. I am not going to conform. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. Well, we know you can do that. So you will continue to do that. And what are you going to be doing about that? I get a lot of support. Like I feel you received a lot of support in your journey, and I feel like it's your time getting supportive counseling. Like I feel like you're either like sponsoring someone or assisting someone in their healing journey as well. Not that you're done growing or healing, but you have enough within you, enough substance, enough courage, enough healing to help someone else. And I do feel this is maybe a man and a woman looking up to you about what do we do next? How do we do this? I'm afraid. How do I feel like you're comforting them and strengthening them in a lot of wacky ways. Like I mentioned, maybe it's a drum circle. Maybe it's because I feel a lot of indigenous people around you. I also feel like maybe it's like a walkathon. It's something out of the norm that you support, a good charity or a good reason or a good organization. And I see you leading people through that. It's a lot of very creative, maybe like art therapy. I'm wondering if that it means anything to you. And I feel there's a spiritual program here that you look to for guidance and sharing that with other people. So I would look at 2026 as an awakening, but sometimes a rude awakening, if I may say that, but it's all good. So I hope that you understand. Sometimes we need to, shock, like what? To say, oh yeah, I am like that. Oops, got to work on that. So there you go, Pat. Thank you so much. It's a good year for you. Spreading your wings, like maybe for the first time. So glad to have you with us tonight. I have the lovely Ruth with us. Hi, Ruth. Ruth is one of our show hosts. Transformational Soul is on Wednesday evenings last night. RuthSaltman.com is Ruth's website, which lists her books and her creative projects. Oh, Tiffany says the lighting is better. Thank you. Yeah. I go to reach for something and I unplug it. The light falls out of the socket on the side of the laptop. I'm glad it made a difference. So Ruth, one of our authors, Goldylocks team. We also have Marsha Culver, who's on Monday evening in Lighton Heights. She's an author. Ruth has like a few books on her website. Very interesting. I think I judge it as spiritual, practical spirituality. So I don't know what she would dub her work and how she feels, but that's how it seems to me. And I appreciate her guidance. So please check her show out on Wednesdays. Marsha's on Mondays, 8 o'clock. We're all on 8 o'clock. We have 2 other new shows, which I'll talk about in a minute. Let me finish Ruth. Did I pull a card for you? I don't think I did. You cast a spell with your existence. How do you like that? You cast a spell on me. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you. Yes, it does. Ruth is a very kind-hearted person. Always looks for the good. More improvements as far to your website, as far as I feel a new book, then picture coming up of that. And I also feel open panel discussion. So maybe you're going to be a guest or have guests on talking about what you do. Ruth has also designed a couple of oracle card decks, so please check that out. She's very inspirational. She's always working. What do we get for you? What's this song? I mean, I can't get the first word. Robin's mother must be here, Mary, in spirit. Why can't I get the words? Oh, Sunny. I just had this. Bobby Hebb. I don't know if I gave you this last time. Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. I know I had that last week. So I'm going to present it to you. I don't know if I gave you that last week. I may have given it to someone else. So I definitely feel Mary is here. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food is on Tuesday evenings, and her mother is a talented psychic and musician. So she likes to throw in some song titles here as a shorthand for a message. So I think you should read those lyrics and see if it works for you. You're like the lighthouse. You're like the lighthouse of the family. Like you're holding the torch. And I think smartly, you're trying to train one of the other kids, grown children of yours, to take on some responsibilities of that. Even though you enjoy things with the family, you need alone time to get this work done that is really pressing on you. So thank you, Ruth, for being here. Kavita, how are you? What's going on, girl? Did you find your Italian prince? Let's see. Beautiful pictures. Thank you for sharing those with us. Follow the path of your soul. Yep, you're a shining light and you're forging ahead. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you because you are following the path of your soul. Kavita is an artist. She is also a counselor. She's into counseling and psychotherapy. Giver, provider. I feel like I'm bringing other things into my practice, either leaving some literature or books in the waiting room, something like that, to introduce people to other healing modalities or prayer or whatever. I just feel like you're opening up the door for other people to experience through all of your investigations and travels. So I think that's very important. It allows people to see the other side of you, and that is very helpful as well. So, and wherever you're going next, I feel like it's cold. I see skiing, so I don't know where that might be in 2026. Melissa's here. A wonderful surprise is coming for Melissa. There we go. Wonderful surprise. Yes. Something entirely new awaits you. This is of a spiritual nature, I think. Might be job related. Let me see. Why? What do we got, Melissa? Something new. Like you don't have enough things to do. But I feel like there's an addition. And it's financial. It's an addition. So it might be maybe another place to. Melissa's on Friday evenings, Joyful Finding Show, 8:00. She has been teaching classes recently, and I think there's more opportunity for that. And it's also very creative on your part. So I do feel there's more opportunities with that. So there's more dollars and cents going on here. Hope that makes sense, Melissa. Who's here? Anyone here? What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? So I'm being shown a song that goes with like a wandering gypsy kind of feeling. I have someone in the spirit world that kind of reminds me of that. Would that have been a brother? Was talking about, did his own thing, wandered in his own, was on his own path. Believe him to be in the spirit world now, and he is doing that, but sort of like a bum on the road, or what's that? Not all who wander are lost kind of guy. I have that saying on my wall. He's definitely, I relate to him because he's definitely doing his own thing, his own way, in solitude, and enjoying that. Let's see. On the other side, there's Bojangles. That's the song I'm getting, which I think is about a guy who traveled from town to town. Am I correct, Bojangles? So this is what I'm getting. Feels younger male. It feels a brother, like contemporary to your age. He's doing very well. He kind of wandered down his own path in life. He's doing the same over there, but this time he's collecting bits of wisdom. What's that Beatles song? I think it's Let It Be lyrics. Mother Mary. And he doesn't mean the one in the song, which was I think it was Paul McCartney's Mother Mary. He's talking about Mother Mary in the spirit world, Our Lady. He says he picks bits of wisdom on his path, just like Paul McCartney was saying. So then he puts them in his little knapsack and off he goes. And then if he meets someone in despair or someone that has just crossed over, he pulls out of one of these little bits of wisdom. So wants to let you know what he was doing on the other side. So thank you, Melissa. Let's see. Yeah, that was a beautiful prayer for Maureen. Yeah. I was glad to find that, and I thank God for providing that for us. We got you back, girl. Jill says, great message. You did call the low ball offer. Yes, I'll be introducing myself. Roy will be happy there. Thank you for the great messages. Carolan. Pat says, thank you. Kavita says, thank you. How many Italian priests did you meet over there? Curious minds, inquiring minds want to know. And at 8:52. Let me see. There's the chat on Rumble. Pat, Ruth, Kavita, Jill, Elsa, Maureen, Pat. Let me get flipped over here. Okay, I have Amy. Amy says, thank you. Enjoy your evening. So appreciate you. Oh, we appreciate you being here. I'll go back up to the top, see if I missed anyone. You notice I'm keeping my readings more succinct. Once I get into the spirit world, talking to those who have passed, sometimes I lose track of time. And I go too long. So now I'm ending up a little shorter. I also didn't push my show tonight. Usually advertise. Whoops. Nothing like a dog hair stuck on the honey bottle. Oh, my house. My boys. I love my boys. Patty, Paddy, and Teddy are my boys. So we lost our Sugar. We've all been trying to adapt. And the boys miss her, but I'll tell you, they get along like two peas in a pod. So fight each other, play fight all the time, rip the house up. The whole bedroom is, they get on that big bed and they're rumbling around and play acting. Oy. Why did I bring that up? I don't even remember. I've been talking to Andrew Moore. Richard said I've been talking to Andrew Moore. Good. Okay. And Richard has been helping customers more. Okay. We got Selena. Is that right, Selena? Yeah, Selena. Lovely name. Richard, off to work. Good night, dear. To my parents. We did. Amy. Took care of them. Your evening. I think I read everybody. And I have like 5 minutes left, so. What should I do with that 5 minutes? What are we going to do with our 5 minutes? Anybody have a quick question before the show ends? Let me pull a couple of cards for the group in general, and those of you who are on Rumble and YouTube watching, thank you so much. I actually meant to use these cards. Well, balance. Isn't that the truth? It's a nice piece of artwork on the justice scales. Wonder if that's coming into play now in the world. All the situations in the world. We prayed for peace today. Again. The other card I'm getting is the truth. This is for what's going on in our current events. The truth. Oh, that's written on the back. Truth. The truth energy can only truly appear when it is welcome, without any fear. How many of you bend the truth for your own devices or to shield another? Well, we can see that going on in politics. The balance card, the spiritual path, is humanity's destiny. You are in a third dimensional matrix to experience the lessons Earth can provide. When you discover the light spiritual path, you can then slip into the fourth and fifth dimensions while living in the 3D matrix. Yep. It's a nice place to visit, but I don't want to live there. I'm more comfortable in the 3D. Besides, everybody I know is in the 3D, except for a few. So that's what I have. We are at 8:57. I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to pull two more. This is for the general state of what's going on. I get sacrifice. Yep. Some people are going to be sacrificing here, folks. But we know that, and they've been, and more people are willing to do that to bring justice and peace. May not look like it now. And maybe it looks unfair, the situation that is unfolding in front of us, particularly in the Middle East. Like some people say, well, that's not fair. They did this. I get that. I totally understand. I think what the realization is, nothing, if you keep doing that with the vengeance and forgiving and not forgiving, let's cut to the chase and let's all make money and prosperity. That is what talks. They say money talks, bullshit walks. There you go. So some people are going to be sacrificing for the greater good. To truly sacrifice is to let go of all you hold dear to you without fear of what lies ahead. That's the problem here. What lies ahead? People are like, oh my God, they're going to get away with this. Blah, blah, blah. No, nobody's getting away with anything because there's going to be a divine intervention here is my true belief. It ain't over till it's over. And it may not go the way that people think, but it will be better in the end. And remember, everybody makes their own choices in this deal. So they blow it, they blow it. Healing. Humanity lives in the reality of sickness as part of your everyday life. Why would you want to use sickness as a way of life or anger? The ancient indoctrinated belief system of reality can be changed, and humanity can self-heal. The self-healing process of change starts within you, in your own mindset. So I leave that for you. We have to change the way that we are looking at it. This is what's going on in the Middle East is an attempt that no one else has tried before. We've done everything else. There's war, blah, 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 in Ukraine. Everybody's fighting, dropping bombs, blah, blah. Let's try something else. And I think it's remarkable opportunity for healing and growth for the whole planet. So I pray every day that things go smoothly. I don't expect them to go smoothly. I'm just saying that, but it will in the end. It's going to be a little rocky there. But remember, people make their own choices. You catch my drift. So anyway, I have not looked at the crystal ball, but that's what I keep getting. And I really should do. I don't want to look at a conflict. I've been avoiding the crystal ball because I don't want to look at a conflict before we know where we're going. I don't want to look at that. All I can say, it will be the best thing that has ever happened on that side of the world. So, Selena says, thank you, Carolan. So grateful. We are at 9:00. Tomorrow night is Joyful Finding Show. Please join Melissa and her gang. We look forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you being with me. Have a great weekend. Good night now.